Is there a theme music to this? No.
I mean, we can. Dun, 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 dun.
That's cool. I appreciate the originality. That was awesome. Okay.
No. So, Jonathan, congratulations on 5 years at Point Rental.
5 years. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, so we got to ask. So, we didn't do interviews for new hires back when you started. So, what did you do before coming here to Point Rental?
Yeah, man. So to keep it short, well, my very first job was working at Six Flags, so that's one thing. But for the majority of my work career, I worked at a shoe store.
Oh, okay.
Went up the ranks from sales associate all the way to management, and
Okay.
then became a district team lead, which was managers over managers, and so did a lot of that stuff. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
long story.
that sounds really impressive. So, how did you hear about Point Rental, and what did you what did you do when you first started here?
Yeah, well, so I've heard about point of rental when I was researching. I was doing, your due diligence when you were in the market.
As you do.
Yeah. So, a bit of Indeed, Glassdoor, and all that good stuff. And that popped up. And I didn't see a way to interact with the company as far as like applying, but I
Mhm.
did. It just so happened that there was a job fair that was nearby the old office.
Okay.
And just so happened to see the green logo of the company. I just remember that.
It's hard
I
to
was
miss.
like, yeah, exactly. And I remember seeing Andy Clark there. So, and just I took advantage of the schedule because at that time I was still working at the shoe store and I was making my own schedule. So I took advantage of just being there from start to finish. And met Andy there, was like, hey, I heard about you guys, and just had great conversations. And I remember just circling back when it was time to leave or when the job fair was over with, and just having an opportunity to come back to him and thanking him for the time and all that stuff. And yeah, and the rest is history.
Rest is history. So, what did you do when you first started working here?
Yeah, so I was hired to be inside sales.
Okay.
And I was selling our cloud-based product essentials. So this is when this is during the time where Annie Warren, she used to work here, and she was somebody who needed help, and that's what I was here for. So spent a good year selling essentials.
Wow.
And just to answer your question before going into anything else that I was expected to go to, but to answer your question, that's what I was doing first.
Oh yeah, definitely. And so, what are you doing now? Are you still selling essentials?
Not directly, no, but now what I'm doing, I'm the global SDR manager, which is me overseeing a team of SDRs, which started off, maybe 3 years ago with just 3 SDRs, and here we are now, almost 20.
20.
Yeah, 20.
And it's just
man.
you.
Just me overseeing that team. So a lot of people like to say a team. I call it just like a babysitter's club now. At this, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
That's what I hear. Yeah, a bit Riley over there, ain't they?
Yeah, just a little bit of that, but no, but they do a great job there.
Oh yeah. So, what do you like the most about working here? I mean, you've worked here for 5 years. I sure hope you like something.
Oh my goodness! Like, I mean, how much time do you have, right?
Well, about 10 minutes. if you
Okay.
would.
No, man, what I love for sure is the culture. I mean that goes without saying. Just and being here so long, 5 years flew by. First of all, but just being able to just to be a part of a culture that's a sustainable culture that's all about empowering
Oh
principle,
yeah,
innovative, and care,
100%. Yeah.
and just doing that, just staying in that from start to finish is that I think that, but then just that still being the case today is what I enjoy a lot about it, right?
Oh yeah.
And then just at this point being in a position where I have the platform to foster a team of individuals to be a part of that culture and just to continue to speak the language, the mission of this company, and watching it happen, really, right? And just being a teacher to that, but then also just watching people learn. So I'm learning and by observing, and it's just really a fruitful and just fun environment. All in all, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine that. So, obviously, I think a lot of people know you're a bit of a sneakerhead, but is there any other interests or hobbies that you're into that you feel like you could talk about for hours?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've recently, I would say maybe like a year or so ago, I've gotten into just you know being a plant dad, so to speak. So just
Plant
into
dad.
plants a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, just collecting plants and just nurturing those and taking care of those the plants and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're probably a little more patient than all the SDRs you have to.
Oh, absolutely, and that's one of the so you must be around the team a lot. But that's definitely one of the things that I've learned a lot about. Just exercising my green thumb. I'm definitely by no means compared to those who are really good at it.
Yeah,
but it's fun because it does practice. It teaches you patience and attention to detail, and just taking care of yourself in general. So, and then watching how those things respond to when you take care of those things. So that's associated with how you take care of yourself, people, your family, friends, your loved ones, etc. So just doing that is pretty fun.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, also, and then that's one thing, and then also I've been getting into like mixology with cocktails and stuff like that.
Like the whole
that dude. Okay. Well, yeah, like that thing.
Even you got the whole 9.
You got it. It seemed like you knew what you was doing.
I've seen it in movies. James Bond.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to look cool doing it, but right now I'm still like just trying to make sure I look like I got the technique down, like I know what I'm doing.
The fake it till you make
like I'm
the
like I will look at how you look in the ingredient and you just like, okay, you shake it for 10 seconds, okay. Like,
don't worry, babe.
I got 2 more seconds.
No, I totally get that. So let's just pretend, even though I know you have new hires all the time, it feels like for the growing SDR role, but say there's a new pointer and they're asking you for advice. What would be like the number one advice that you could give someone who's just starting a pointer rental, sales or otherwise?
Yeah, well, for sure, be curious. That's one of many. This company is a company that's all about innovation, and we really are advocates of people who we look for trailblazers and people who want to think outside the box. So just asking questions and just being somebody who's inquisitive and things like that will help put you in a position to understand that your autonomy that you have with this company and perhaps be somebody who's a contributing factor to innovation and the bigger picture of this water organization, right? So that's number one. And the other things, just being honest, being true, being caring, like just following the principles.
Yeah.
It's cliche to say, but I love those principles because EPIC, for those who don't know, empowering, principle, innovative, and caring.
There you go. You got it.
Ding, ding, ding. That's extra points. But those hit the mark so well on just not only being like, whether it's a great salesperson, but just being a great person in general. So I'll leave it at that because I can go on the deep end with that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. So, all right, last question, Jonathan. So let's pretend you're at the Oscars or some other award show.
This isn't the Oscars?
Oh.
It feels like it. 5 years, right?
Oh, no. Anyway, this is the Oscars. So who are you thanking for? I mean, 5 years is definitely an accomplishment. And it seems like the only way you're going is up. So where... is there anyone that you would like to thank in particular, pointers or otherwise?
Yeah, that's a list right there. But
other than me, and
well, of course you, Scott. Like, let's go with that. We can wrap it up after that. That's actually it. No one else. No. Well, first of all, thank Andy Clark for hiring me.
Yeah, that's an important step.
Yeah, and thanks Wayne for his open door, right? His approachability and just being a leader for this company. My peers. My coworkers, my team members, so my team that are the ever growing team of SDRs. Of course, Lauren, she's a huge, she's somebody who's a huge part of my growth here and just putting me in position to learn a lot. So she's someone that I personally I'm grateful for and appreciate. So her as well. People who are no longer here that played a big part in my growth as well. But honestly, just everyone, because again, we're all a part of this mission where we're just trying to continue growing this thing, and it's just fun to watch those people be a part of that. So I'll stop there because I can really go. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people. And I know I'm forgetting a lot of people, but trust me, you're not forgotten. There's a lot of people to thank, but I thank everyone, really.
Yeah, no,
truly.
I think everyone definitely got the message. Well, Jonathan, again, thank you so much for 5 years. Here's to 5 more and 5 more after that. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. This is great. I really appreciate that. So pleasure and to 5 more years.
5 more.